Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to have two battles with a Jackson. And probably the biggest question is which tank is better, a HELLCAT or Jackson, because they are like brothers or cousins. They are very close to each other, but in the same time they are very different. HELLCAT is fast, Jackson is slow. HELLCAT paper, Jackson have some armor. So when I played for Mark of Excellence with the Jackson, I managed to get up to 1.8 thousand damage and 400 assisting damage, and as you can see we got up to the Mark of Excellence with this vehicle. With the HELLCAT though, I got only 1.6 and 400, but it's pretty much, I mean, one shot difference, but as you can see it can make a difference right there. Anyways, without further ado, fellas, we are going to go into the replay now. And we are back, fellas. We are playing with the Jackson, and this is the best battle which I had with this vehicle out of full marking session, speaking about the score and about base experience. So what is happening right here? We are playing on the Westfield, and we are playing with a Jackson against the tier 7s. So the first thing what I'm thinking about doing right here is extremely simple. What you can do with a Jackson as a tank destroyer, there is three plays which you can do. Option number one is to go and play over there. Option number two is to play over there, and option number three is to play over there, which is the riskiest one and at the same time the most rewarding one. And I know I am a bottom tier over there, but in the same time I know we can punish crossing forces, we can spot a bit if we will have a chance, and we can simply have a massive crossfire over there if someone is over peeking, and the crossfire over there if people is playing right there. And you know what I noticed? That the Jackson have a very nice gun handling. I would even say maybe a better gun handling than a HELLCAT does. But maybe it's just because this vehicle is slower and it looks like it might be a bit better. So right here, fellas, this is pretty much perfect bush for us. Why am I saying this bush is perfect? Because we can have a crossfire into the heavy tanks which is playing over there, kaboom, 200 in the face, and at the same time we can shoot, move, and in the same time we can shoot people which is playing on the field over there, right? As you can see, our VK, obviously not on purpose, blocked our shot, but oh well, what can you do? Not much what we can change there, right? And since this guy is sitting next to the building, I kind of want to pay attention more over there, if you know what I mean. And as you can see, the VK is not learning from his mistakes, and he is speaking once again in the same angle, right? That's completely fine for a free 400 damage right there, and it's okay. I noticed that the VK sitting over there, but probably currently I was reading the chat, I assume. That's why I am not looking into this VK, even though he's in the open field, and I'm saying, wee, I missed the shot. Aiming, kaboom into the side of 258, and he is dead. Excellent. And now look, this is like the perfect situation for us. For example, if we would sit over there, we won't do shit. If we would sit over there, we won't do shit. And now it is pretty much ideal option for us to snipe everyone which is going like this. It is just bloody ideal. And as you can see, our T-34-85 is still trying to stay alive as long as possible, and if someone is going to try to go YOLO for him, obviously we will have a chance to punish them, right? That's what we need, that's what we want. And speaking about the lower tier gameplay, my lovely friends, the most important thing right here is to be patient, because you do not have too many hit points, and your mistakes is going to cost a lot for you if you are going to make one. As you can see, you saw how immediately I started moving. I thought he's going to spot me, but as you can see, it's not the case. And this is pretty much farming simulator for us, my lovely friends. We are shooting standard ammunition, but standard is more than enough, because looking into the penetration of the standards, it is solid 160 and gold is 243, which is way better than a standard. But in the same time, when I am marking tanks, usually I do not spam the full gold. I do that only in couple of case scenarios. One case scenario, if I really need it, when I'm playing with tanks like Chieftain, and still struggling to get Mark of Excellence, by the way, or alternatively when the tank is painful tank to play with. For example, Foch B, right? It's not the most flexible vehicle, that's why I was spamming the gold with that vehicle. But with the tanks like a Jackson, it's more than enough to go with the standards. Anyways, beautiful shot right here through the middle of nowhere. That worked very good. So 2,500 damage with a tier 6 shitter, not bad, but it's only the start, fellas. So what I thought now, okay, we are done with the people which was trying to play it in the 890 line. What do we want to do now? Now we want to go and help our team to deal with the heavy tanks over there, right? It is about that time, so let's do this. As you can see now, the biggest difference between the Jackson and the HELLCAT. With the HELLCAT, we would fly like this. With the Jackson, we are slowly turtling into our position. So this is a main difference between the Jackson and the HELLCAT. But you know what is the funny thing? I asked this question in the chat, and majority of the people said, I like Jackson more than a HELLCAT. So the question for you today, my lovely friends, by the way, we arrived into this hold down position and now let the farm begins. Cover 2 is eliminated, and right here we are just trying to search for some free shots for ourselves, and it's working good, as you can see. Anyways, the question for today would be quite simple and quite straightforward. Fellas, what do you think? What is the best vehicle for you? Speaking about the HELLCAT or about the Jackson? Which vehicle would be the best, and which tank would you enjoy and you are enjoying the most? Jackson or HELLCAT? Easy peasy, just like this. So feel free to leave your comment down below and feel free to say which tank you like more. Anyways, we are sitting on 3,500 damage on the tier 6 shitter, which is great score, and we would complete mission to do like 5 times more damage for a tank destroyer as a tank destroyer than you have hit points. By the way, this mission can be done with tier 6s, and I would highly recommend to take the tier 6 and work on that mission. Eventually you will get that lucky game when you are going to make it happen, and it's going to be beautiful, it's going to be enjoyable, and it's going to be beautiful. Anyways, what we are doing right here, we are simply relocating through the middle of the field, and we are trying to figure out where the bloody F the HELLCAT is. Not the super HELLCAT, because we know where this guy is. I care about the standard HELLCAT. Going for a shot right there, kaboom, 275 in the face. Meanwhile, Arta is getting spotted. Since Arta is getting spotted, we are going for Arta. 4,000 damage with a tier 6 shitter. Beautiful. Can we hit this guy when he's running? Unfortunately, I missed the shot, and from now on, you can't call me a gold noob. Only gold ammunition left. Obviously, I wouldn't shoot the gold, but hey, I'm out of the standards. What did you expected me to do? And as you can see, the HELLCAT is over there. Oh, hi HELLCAT. HELLCAT is dead. Super HELLCAT is sitting in the dip or ditch or however you are calling that. He just missed the shot. We are trying to eliminate him from the game. We did that successfully. Beautiful. So Hummel and Su 8 left. And I am considering, do I want to go with the high explosives right here? Do I? I'm trying to go for a blind shot right here. Obviously, I'm not hitting that one, unfortunately, and I'm still thinking about the high explosives, but in the same time, I kind of want to find that blind shot on the Su 8, and I am wondering, do I want to or I don't want to? Do I want to shoot him? I don't want to shoot him because I know this battle is already very, very good. I mean, this is perfection of the play. First of all, cleared one side, after that cleared other side, and it's perfect, fellas. We can't say anything bad. Anyways, trying to find the blind shot, and as you can see, we are not getting one. Cover 2 meanwhile is going super duper hyper turbo aggressively in front, and that's great. And because I was going for a blind shot right here, I pretty much throwed my opportunity to have a kill. Oh well, what can you do? Anyways, high explosive loaded, and I'm thinking where the bloody F the Hummel is. waiting, and I'm checking where cover 2 is looking at, and cover 2 is looking into the area over there, right? So what that basically means, the Arta might be somewhere over there, right? And I would yell Russia. Actually cover 2 was looking over there, so probably he don't really understand what the fuck was happening right there. Russia. Good, fellas. 4.7 thousand damage with a tier 6 shitter, 400 assisting damage. That was perfect, that was amazing, that was awesome. Absolutely yes. So what we are going to do now, we are going to go to the second battle, which is going to be the second best score with this vehicle. Speaking about damage, about the base experience, about all stuff, I will explain what we was doing over there, and then we will go through the scores and you will see everything yourself. So see you in a second. And we are back, fellas. We are playing with a Jackson in the worst case matchmaking possible. In a way, we are bottom tier against +2 matchmaking, so against the tier 8s. And let's see what kind of use we can craft right there. What kind of options do we have, my lovely friends? Options is extremely simple. Either to go over there, either to go over there, either to go over there, or to go over there. This is pretty much options. Or maybe the fifth option is to risk it for a biscuit and go for spotting somewhere over there. I know it sounds wrong and it sounds bad, but in a way, we have some bushwankers in the back, so maybe it is not that horrible as idea. So why not to take it, risk it for the biscuit strategy, right? So what we are doing, we are getting into the middle of the nowhere and we are spotting the guard right there. By the way, as you can see, I'm using binos, optics, and rammer on this vehicle. And the main reason why am I doing that, because when you are fapping in the bush, when you are chilling, pretty much the best idea is to have binos, right? Because you will outspot enemy camo and so on, so on. That's very, very important thing. And at first, this kind of strategy might look like it is a pile of kaku, but believe me, it's not. It's amazing. If it's working for me, it can work for everyone. So at first we are playing the frog simulator. I am in the middle of the nowhere in the swamp and I'm saying that's what I am doing, okay? So far, no action, no action whatsoever, but it doesn't matter, fellas. It is completely fine. We need to be patient, especially, fellas, patience is needed, especially when you are lower tier, right? Just how it goes. And hi there, Mr. Cavatu. And look, from this position over there, we have quite nice angle to punish the Mr. Cavatu, which is playing right there, and this is exactly what we need. Plus, on top of that, what we noticed our team is pretty much going full trollolo mode through the middle like this, and that's what we need. Meanwhile, can we spot someone which is playing over there? I'm getting spotted, so I'm immediately going back and I'm thinking, Cavatu, don't you dare to hit me. And now I know they have a bushwanker next to this building over there. That's what I know, right? That's good. That's great. Now we have information. I am thinking, do I want to go for more blind shots? And obviously I am going for it. As you can see, our forces is pushing more and more and more aggressively over there. So what I want to do, obviously, I want to get as much use as I can. I want to provide them with assisting damage. And hi, Borshik, how are you feeling? Assisting damage and some blind shots hit that Mr. Borshik over there. And that's great. That's exactly what we need. Right? Anyways, it's not the time to stop yet. We are getting assisting damage from the Mr. Borshik, but anyways, we are pushing in front right here because we want to provide our team with assisting damage. Meanwhile, HELLCAT is getting spotted, and obviously we was yelling Russia, so we hit the shot on the move, which is amazing. And T-3485M is in the middle of the field yelling Russia once again, hitting shots to the left, to the right on the move like nothing, like there is no tomorrow. And we are starting this battle with a 911 damage and with 1.2 thousand assisting damage. And now we are going to start doing the real damage over there. Why so? Because majority of the enemies is playing in the city over there, right? So we are going to have a decent or very good crossfire because we are already right there, and we will try to search for the angles how we can punish enemy forces for one or another stupidity which they are doing. Meanwhile, the Su is getting spotted in the middle of the nowhere, and luckily Su did not manage to snap us, because 520 alpha damage in the face, that wouldn't be good. Anyways, Arta is running, and we are saying not today, mother trucker, not today, Arta. Good. Arta is getting killed, but Su is still close to us, and I don't really want to take one for the team from the Su, but I'm brave, mother trucker, and the braveness right there pretty much paid off, because he did not manage to punish us, and that's looking just great. Meanwhile, Cromwell is going super aggressively for the Udes, and I'm thinking, Udes, don't worry, I will save you from the Mr. Cromwell. That's what we are aiming for, and that's what we are doing. Cromwell is trying to escape like this, and I'm thinking, holy bananas, can I hit that shot? Unfortunately, I can't. Anyways, I still want to save this Udes, because Cromwell is going to burst him, and I'm saying, Udes, you are safe. Meanwhile, Oni is going through the open field, through the open street right there, and there is still shit ton of damage left. Meanwhile, the cover 2 is down to one-shottable, but since it has Ruski roots, we cannot penetrate him. It's completely fine. Oni in the middle of the nowhere, hitting him into the side. So far, 0 gold ammunition used, and I'm thinking, oh my bananas, I'm spotted. Run, 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 run. Oni is looking at us, and I am begging for him not to hit me or to use the gun, which is pretty much which is not the derp gun, so he won't one-shot us, right? Good. What we noticed that he have a derp gun, and obviously since we are fighting against the big bear, we are having gold ammunition loaded right there. We are aiming for his boobs. Unfortunately, we cannot hit him, and the super Hellcat managed to find the shot right there. I'm kind of disappointed, but I can't change too much of the things, and the 110, which is a tier 8 heavy tank, is getting spotted in the middle of the nowhere, so I'm trying to figure out how do I want to approach him. Holy bananas, that was interesting angle. Meanwhile, he's getting tracked, and obviously we are going around the corner for him. We want to catch him on track and obviously farm him. That's it. It is a game over for Mr. T10. T10 is yelling, T10 is crying, and we are saying damage. This battle, as a bottom tier, it was played pretty much ideally, I would say. We did everything properly, we played well, we was working as a spotter, because there was no light tanks. I believe you noticed that in matchmaking, and it was just pretty much perfect play. We was working as a light tank, which was doing damage even though we are bottom tier tank destroyer, but we had big balls enough to relocate and to do the things properly, right? For example, the play in the swamp actually worked extremely well, and we should have a blind shot into the Borshik over there. Now we are going to go through those two battle scores. We are going to check everything out, and you will see yourself the base experience and everything what we managed to craft there. I mean, not much what I can say. Jackson as a tank, in my opinion, it is beautiful, right? It is a typical tier 6 tank, I would say. And the battles which we played, we was lucky in a way. Enemies was making way too many mistakes over there, right? But oh well, I'm not complaining. Anyways, so, looking into the second battle first of all, looking into results, what do we have right here? We have Ace Wanker, we have the High Caliber, and we have Confederate Medal with a 1.7 base experience, 3.6 thousand damage, 1.7 thousand assisting / tracking damage. It was very good score, and that was perfection with this vehicle, right? Looking into the first battle, which was maybe not as intense, but it was, we did everything properly. We was relocating when we needed to. We cleared one flank, we cleared other flank. In this battle we have a Top Gun, we have Sniper Schnitzel Medal, High Caliber, Confederate, and obviously Ace Wanker with a solid 1.8 base experience. It was two best battles with Jackson, fellas, and once again, don't forget to say what is your favorite vehicle, HELLCAT or Jackson if you played with both of them. By the way, speaking overall about performance, as you can see, we had many battles when we got 3000, 2.9 and so on, and going into the other page 2.7, 2.4, you know, we had quite some battles with a Jackson, and I truly enjoyed playing with this tank even though it's slower than HELLCAT is. But that armor, as wrong as it sounds, saved us quite sometimes. Anyways, fellas, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and in the same time, maybe it is about to take your Jackson, which is collecting rusts in the garage, and go for a round or two. You never know. Anyways, fellas, thank you so much. See you next time. That was your daily dose of skill. Peace.